We're talking with Ron Wolforth, the founder and CEO of the Great Texas Baseball Ranch in Montgomery, Texas. What are some of your strong suggestions, I'll put it that way, as it pertains to warming up for a game? Whether you're pitching at 13, whether you're pitching at 15, it's the state title game for your high school team. What are some of your stronger suggestions as it pertains to warming up?
Well, the first thing that I would say to everyone, even when our pitchers are come to the ranch at 12 years old, and I use the number 12 because we do have a youth camps at 8, 9, and 10, but you can't attend the ranch in the summer program until you're 12, or the elite pitcher boot camps. We have specialty things. Even starting at 12, Darren, the thing that I always ask the young people, pay attention to how your body responds and what does it like. And so the first thing I would say, the strong suggestions is really get to know yourself. And there's some people that warm up very quickly, and they're able to get ramped up much quicker. Some other people are not so much. It takes them longer. Even in our camps, Darren, this is so funny. We ramp them up prior to the video analysis, and almost always there's one guy that we're waiting in our small groups of 8, and we have to wait on him to throw. And I always stop everybody and I go, look, we're not going to rush this guy. This is who he is, and we've got to give him some extra time to get ramped up. And what we do to elicit that is I say, okay, I need everybody between a 7 and an 8 on a scale of 0 to 10 before we start to get ourselves for video to really throw it hard enough to put on to get videoed for the video analysis. And invariably there's one guy that says, no, I'm a 5, and so we got to give him time. So first of all, know yourself. And if it takes you longer to get ready, you definitely need to start earlier. And what I would say to all the players is, your coaches are very busy, and I would talk to them prior as soon as I could, and I would say, hey, coach, if you're going to use me, I really need a little bit extra time. So if you could kind of give me a heads up on this, I will carve out time. Whether I'm a reliever or I will come to the ballpark a little earlier so I can be ready. And so often there's a miscommunication. The kid doesn't want to say anything. The coach has got the structured way that he does it. And so you need to communicate. So what really needs to happen is first, know yourself. The second thing, Darren, is what drills or exercises do you really think make your arm feel the best to get on the mound? For example, the person that we're going to be talking about here, he is a big long toss person. There's other pitchers that I've worked with that are names that everyone would know. They're not really long toss people. In other words, they go out to about 120 feet, and that's enough. And so you got to kind of find out what that is. Some people like the weight of balls before. Some people like elastic tubing. Some people like the shoulder tube. So you just got to kind of find out what makes your arm feel good, and be able to communicate that with the coaches, so that they're not surprised. They're not sitting there going, look, I mean, we got to go play a game, right? And so it's that. So those are the things that I think that are really important for people to kind of understand, because at the end of the day, Darren, they're going to be held accountable to their performance. So you need to be the captain of your ship from the very beginning.
And we'll keep coming back to that theme as we talk with Ron Wolforth, the founder and CEO of the Texas Baseball Ranch. A quick update, by the way, you're looking at close to 150 drafted students all time, 500 that have thrown 90 plus, close to 294 plus. That's a little bit of the history of those that come and learn. Before we get to the next segment and really break down your article, I just want to talk a little bit about your summer program. I think what appeals to me as a former pitcher and someone who cares about pitchers globally, and especially in the amateur space, is you offer what fits best. You could be there for 2 weeks at your summer program. You could be there all summer for all 11 weeks, starting in May 28th, and obviously visit Texas Baseball Ranch and go see what fits best for you all the way to August 8th. I texted you this today, kind of in a pre-interview. What I think is the coolest part about it is you make it very clear, Ron, that you may be the top of the board per se, and you want to really refine something specific for you. Spin on a breaking ball, something that you're trying to do, gain a little more extension, velo. Maybe you're middle of the pack and you just want to improve and you want to grow. Or maybe it's a little bit more new to you, the concept of pitching, but you've pitched and you want to take that next step forward. I love the personalization of the teaching and the fact that you're able to adapt to the different skill sets of all of your students.
Yes, and I would say even for those people, I know there's somebody that's listening and go 11 weeks. Here's what I would say to them. Even a vast majority of the people that came for 11 weeks will play in their tournaments during the weekends. So they train at the ranch on Monday through Thursday, and then they'll go play in their tournaments. So a vast majority of them don't have to stop playing. A couple of the college guys choose to do that, but almost none of the youth people will just take 11 weeks off. They will play in tournaments. But to your point is, yes, to everybody, every parent that's listening, I will say this: everybody's journey is different. Even I say this quite often to parents. When I first started visiting with Justin Verlander in 2014, what he needed or what he requested of me at that time is not what he needed or requested of me in 2016, 2019, 2022, and now 2024. That changes. So not only does not one size fits all, one size won't even fit one forever. So you're going to have to continually evolve your workout. Now, some people, it becomes their arm health is the primary thing. Some people, if they don't throw harder, they're never going to get an opportunity. Other people, they're electric stuff, but they can't throw it over the white thing. Then you have some people that throw like Sandy Koufax one night, and then, with all due respect to Mrs. Koufax, they throw like Mrs. Koufax the next night. So it's consistency is the problem, right? So would we work with somebody that has an arm issue the same as somebody that has a consistency issue? No, we wouldn't. It would be silly, right? And so you have to customize, and you have to prioritize, and you have to tailor, because that's the best way you can help an individual pitcher.